Welcome to day one of the first 30 days email service. We are honored to be here for you for 30 days of knowledge, connection, and empowerment. On day one, the theme is eating disorders are not a choice. Here's a F.E.A.S.T parent to introduce you to the idea.
Hello, my name's Nikki Smith. I come from Cheshire. Cheshire is in England and probably about halfway up the country. I'm also a F.E.A.S.T volunteer. On behalf of F.E.A.S.T, I'm just going to sort of say a few words now about the first of these programs. So the first and the most important lesson to learn about eating disorders is in fact they are very, very real and they're very treatable, and recovery is absolutely possible, and hold on to that fact throughout your journey. But they're not a choice that the person is making. Or that they are learning from someone else. You can't catch an eating disorder. No one chooses to develop an eating disorder. It just happens. No one gives someone else an eating disorder. But most importantly, it's not your fault. Your fault as a parent or a carer that they have an eating disorder. And that is something to really remember. So knowing this, parents can let go of the anger. Parents should let go of the blame and the guilt and everything else that goes with it. And you can let go of the frustration. From frustration to compassion, from arguing with them, and start to be their advocate instead. So today's 30-minute session, what's it going to cover? What can seem at first to be choices, a choice to eat less, or a choice to eat more, or a choice to adopt a strange exercise. Beliefs is often a brain problem and a nutritional problem. While your person may or may not realise it, their eating and their sense of their body and their thoughts may be symptoms of something else, of something that's gone wrong in their brain in the past. This is treatable, and as I keep saying, it is very much a recovery opportunity as well. As family members, you play a really, really important role in that particular treatment. And the very, very first step is to let go of the idea that these are picked up, this illness is picked up, or these are chosen ideas. When you're very clear of this, you can become your person's advocate, become an effective advocate and a supporter and a massive help in their recovery. Your loved one may not be able to understand this right at this moment in time. They might want to argue, they may challenge you, but that's okay for now. Your lesson today is simply to understand and begin to speak out and begin to listen to your person's disorder as a treatable brain problem. Not a choice that they have made, not something that they have decided they want to do. It's not a choice they are making. The goal for you today is to change your thinking, not theirs. It's okay if your son or your daughter is not on the same page as you at this very moment in time. It doesn't matter. So just as you did when they were very small, you used to nurture them as children, you can do the thinking for them today. You can do the thinking on behalf of both of them until later when your person is able to accept more. Your person needs you to understand. They don't need to understand that you understand yet. So you don't need to convince them of what you know. Just be there for them all the time.
Now, we want to introduce you to two resources that we've linked for you in your email today. We hope that they will be helpful in your confidence that eating disorders are not a choice. The first is a short video which includes references and links available on the F.E.A.S.T website. The next resource linked in your email today is also a page on our website, feast-ed.org, called Is It Denial or Anosognosia? Don't worry. You're going to learn some new vocabulary, but it will be useful to you and probably explain some things that you're hearing and you're seeing from your family member. Feel free to print it out to refer back to because we know you're going to hear these words again and again, and you will yourself be an expert in them very soon. Before we end today, we want to point you to 4 buttons on your email, and these will always be on these emails. One is review. This is a link to a very short quiz that goes over some of the ideas that you're learning. There are no grades, we don't keep records of your answers, and the review is an optional tool for you to use as you wish. The next button is questions. You may have questions about this lesson, and we are here to help. Click that button to send an email to our team. Next to that is a button for general support. You may have questions about what's going on in your family right now, about eating disorders in general, or things that haven't come up in a lesson yet. We encourage you to click on that button to email our parent support team. The team is staffed by parent volunteers who are themselves experienced caregivers, and they will listen to your concerns and help you find resources. The last button is an extra. If you finish this lesson and you've clicked on those resources and you want to get in another lesson right now without waiting, you can click on that button to jump forward a day. You will still receive the email as scheduled tomorrow. And tomorrow, we will unlearn the top 9 myths about eating disorders by learning 9 truths.